have some like strong feelings towards
I just wanna tell you that
unforgivable, awful.
All of my friends say, girl, you better take care.
Hi everyone and welcome to the vlog. I hope that you're all doing really well. I thought I would do something a little bit different this week. As you can probably tell from the title, I'm going to be doing a reading vlog. This is something that I've wanted to do for ages. I've always incorporated my love for books on my channel, so I thought it would be really fun if we could do like a book club style read with me video. So I'm going to be reading, drumroll please, you already know, Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings, and I have seen this book everywhere recently, so I'm so excited to delve in. I just bought the first book because I know this is a series, but I want to see if I enjoy it and get into it before buying the rest. So far all I know about this book is that it's supposed to be Gossip Girl set in London pretty much, and it's about socialite, stuff goes down, so I'm excited to learn about the characters and everything. I don't really know about any of the characters in this. I genuinely have done as little research as possible so that I just go in totally unaware of what's going to happen. Like, I just don't want to know a single thing so that everything is a surprise, and I don't know any spoilers or anything for this yet. I'm thinking that I'm going to keep the majority of the vlog spoiler free, and then I thought at the end we could do sort of like a book club style chat about my thoughts and everything like that. So like, imagine that we were at a book club and we'd all read the book together and we were then discussing our thoughts. I thought that could be really fun. So like, I'll discuss in the video and then you guys can let me know what you thought in the comments. I'm basically just like creating my own fake book club, which I'm so excited about. So yeah, we're going to be reading Magnolia Parks. First things first, the cover. Really appreciate a really nice cover, so really happy with this. I know there is a couple of covers floating around, but this was my favourite. On a personal level, I haven't really had the best February. I feel like March is a fresh start for me, and what better way to start a fresh month than a fresh book. If you can't tell, I am shattered. My eyes are just giving zombie right now, so I do apologise for that. However, I have come prepared. I have my Alani Nu cherry slush, which is amazing. So I've got my Alani Nu, I've got my Magnolia Parks book. I'm going to try and read this over the week, so the vlog is hopefully going to be a little bit of a weekly vlog as well. From the lighting in this video, you probably would think that it's about 11 o'clock at night here. However, it's actually 11 in the morning. The weather is just miserable right now, but I feel like miserable weather is the perfect time to curl up with a cozy book. So let's start reading. Okay, so I've just finished chapter 1 of the book and I really enjoyed it. There is so much drama happening already and it's really fun. So it kind of feels like watching an episode of Love Island but in a book or something. The first chapter is just about getting to know the characters and like how their life works and everything, and I can already feel the vibes. Like, I feel like this book is going to be so up my alley, but we shall see. I'm going to keep reading. This book is so readable. I'm 100 pages in already and it is so easy to read. I feel like I could absolutely fly through this if I wanted to, and I could probably finish it today, but I'm really going to try and not do that because I'm trying to pace myself with books a little bit so that I don't get ahead of myself and just read them all in one sitting, because I want to like enjoy the story and not rush. So that is something that I'm working on right now, so I'm going to not do that. So I think I'm actually going to leave it there today. However, I can give a little bit more of a synopsis now, knowing a bit more about the story. So in the book we are introduced to two main characters. One is called Magnolia and one is called BJ, and they are in an off-again on-again relationship where they're not together but they are in love with each other. So you get some chapters from Magnolia and some from BJ, and obviously you can tell what they're thinking. However, they don't know and haven't communicated to each other their true feelings, so they're sort of just in this like loop of sleeping over at each other's houses and not actually saying their feelings, but knowing inside that they both feel the same, which is so aggravating. Like, I just want them to get back together so much. Even though I'm only 100 pages in, I just feel like it's going to be one of those couples that I root for, and I really do like that. It's kind of hard because like both of the characters are flawed in their own way. You've got BJ, who is like a little bit of a lad and just sort of goes home with women all the time, and then there's Magnolia, who gets into relationships to sort of fill the void that BJ has left in her heart, and she's not really into any of these men, but she just continues to date them to try and sort of like prove to the world and basically fake it to herself that she is not in love with him anymore, even though she is. It's one of those relationships where neither of them are perfect, but you just want them to get back together for some reason. Like, you like both of the characters, what I do anyway, and I really want to see them both happy, and like I want to see them come together, so I'm excited to keep reading to find out what happens. I can see like the Gossip Girl comparison because there's a lot of like gossip sites, so in their life with the socialites in London and everything, they are in the tabloids quite a lot, so anything that happens to them on nights out and stuff ends up being reported in the news, and it's sort of like how they can like find things out about each other without actually being told, because the news will like see them or snap a photo and it comes out in the press. So that is interesting, and I like that kind of take on it. So I'm really excited to see where it goes. I'm going to stop reading for the day because I am rather tired, and I just feel like, yeah, I just don't want to read it all at once. So I'm going to pick it back up tomorrow. It's marketed as a contemporary romance, but I think that's kind of like difficult because it's obviously about a romantic relationship. So technically, yes, it's a romance. However, it is a very toxic relationship, and I would say look up the trigger warnings before reading the book. I'm already like so close to getting online and ordering the second book because I feel like as soon as I finish this one I'm gonna want to continue reading, so we'll see. We will see. This is where he sat while I'm recording. Like, he just lays on his belly. He is, oh, you're so cute. You are so cute. Are you cute? Are you cute? Oh, you're the best. He had a groom yesterday and he's such a good boy. I love you.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar.
Okay, it's the next morning and I have read a little bit more of Magnolia Parks this morning while I was in bed. Like, the first thing I wanted to do when I woke up was read it, which is a good sign, which means I'm enjoying it. But I am going out to my friends. We're basically driving to a shopping centre together and we're going to do some shopping. So putting this on pause for now and we'll pick it up when I get back. Truly am tempted to look out for the second book while I'm shopping. Purchase might be made, a purchase might be made.
I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention.
So in case anyone was wondering or cares, here's my little shopping haul. I'm back home now, by the way. I know this isn't part of the reading vlog, but I just thought I would show you. Anyway, I ended up getting a claw clip, just a beige one because mine always seem to go missing. I got these two pinch bowls from Primark home, which are so nice. They're a little bit bigger than a normal tiny bowl, so I thought these would be good for like dessert bowls or yogurt and fruit and stuff. And then I got this little bag for nights out, like, you know, when you just want a little shoulder bag that's not too heavy. It's really light, and I got that from H&M. Love that. Okay, we're back in PJs. Does anyone else, as soon as they get home, just get straight back into PJs? Because I cannot be in outdoor clothes inside my house. Absolutely love this bag. How cute is that? You can't see it at all, but it's so cute. Had such a lovely day shopping with my friend. Kind of healed my inner child a little bit because I've not been shopping for so long. And like, when I was a teenager, me and my friends always used to go to the shopping centre and stuff and like spend our pocket money. And when I first got a job and everything, I would go and shop with my friends and would get a lunch. And yeah, it was just really nice and a chill day. It really did give me some nostalgic feels. It was very nice. I did have a little look in the Waterstones when I was there to see if I could see the second book to Magnolia Parks. I believe it's called Daisy Hates. But they didn't have it. They did have Magnolia Parks Into the Dark, but obviously I'm not at that stage yet. I'm level 1 Magnolia Parks right now, possibly going to progress on to level 2 shortly. So I did not end up purchasing that, even though the cover really did tempt me. It was like one of those things where I was like, do I buy it? And my friend was like, do you want me to enable you or not? And I was like, do you know what? No, don't enable me because I do not need enabling. Read a little bit more of this morning and I am enjoying it so much. There's a little bit of a romance trope coming into it now where I'm not going to obviously spoil it until the end when we talk about it, but it is one of my favourite romance tropes. So I'm really excited that that's like becoming part of the book now. I'm on page 163, so if you've read the book you'll know the part that I mean. The part after she goes to the club and her and Tom England sort of like connect or whatever. Absolutely love the trope and I'm excited to read on and find out what happens, although I don't feel like it's going to end up being good. I'm loving the text chats in there as well. It really just feels like you're having an insight into their lives, and as me, I'm nosy, so I just love feeling like I'm reading someone's diary almost, and then like seeing their text chats and stuff. I love the writing style, it's really good. I feel like I'll read to like page 200 today and then perhaps put it down again until tomorrow. I'm starting to think, do I need therapy for wanting this couple to get back together? I feel like I should not want this. I should not want anything about this, but I do, I really do. And I'm sorry if that makes me a certain type of person. I am fully invested, fully wanting them to rekindle. And I shouldn't. It's like if this relationship was going on in real life, I would hate everything about this. If this was my friend, if Magnolia was my friend, I would be like, stay clear, girl. I'd be like, block, delete. But in the book, it's getting me. It's getting me. I need to take this makeup off my face before I do any more reading. You know when your makeup just feels like, ugh. It needs to come off.
My exes and me, we don't talk anymore. If we did, I think it would get pretty ugly. They made me believe love's an open door in the beginning, then they shut it pretty quickly. I thought we were good.
I made a purchase that arrived today. Hear me out, hear me out. Did I buy Daisy Hates? Yes, I did. I did indeed. I bought the second book, though I'm not really sure how Daisy is going to have her own book, because at the minute she's a bit of a nothing character. She's not really given much to the story, so how in the name has she got an entire book? So going back to the book that we're actually here to talk about today, I am so close to the end. Look, I literally have about 100 pages left, maybe a little bit less, and I'm really sad that it's going to be over soon, to be honest. I'm already preparing to be upset by the end of this. So this far towards the end, 100 pages towards the end, is sort of like when an awkward situation crops up, which I'm not really enjoying reading, to be honest. It's giving me a bit of cringe. I will say one thing and one thing only. Thruple. If you know, you know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the thruple vibes right now. So I don't really know how I feel at this stage in the book. I have no idea what's going to happen. I actually do kind of have like a conspiracy theory in my head about like a twist that could be coming up. So I'm actually going to record a clip, and if it does happen, I may put it in the spoiler section at the end, just so we can all laugh and see whether I was right or wrong. But I have some like strong feelings towards what's going to go down in the book in the last 100 pages, so I really hope I am wrong. But you know when you just get a feeling and you're like, okay, I can see where this is going right now. I really hope I am wrong though, because that would absolutely end me. It would break me. One thing that I am really enjoying about the book is all of the fashion references. I feel like the fashion references are making it so much more believable to me for some reason. Even though I'm not like big on designer clothes and stuff, I feel like when they're describing what they're wearing and everything, I can picture the scene so clearly in my head because I know exactly what they're wearing down to a T. And I always like imagine people as celebrities in my head, and like actors and actresses and stuff from books. So in my head, Magnolia is, I think you pronounce her name Laura Kariuki. I saw her in an episode of American Horror Stories not too long ago, and her face was like in my brain when I picked this book up and like read the description of Magnolia and everything. This is what she looks like. This is who I'm picturing. I don't know if that's accurate at all, but that's who I'm picturing. But kind of like her with the accent of Georgia Toffolo, or Toff, whatever she's called, like her accent on her person is who I'm imagining. And then BJ Ballantyne I'm sort of imagining as Jacob Elordi, because he's like the main it guy at the moment, isn't he? Like everyone's talking about him, so I feel like he was at the forefront of my brain, and I've recently watched Saltburn. So please let me know who you're picturing when you read this book, because I can't be the only person who does this. Like I put a celebrity or person that I know's face to the characters. I wish that my brain was creative enough to just come up with like fake people and fake looks and stuff, but I just don't think it is, so that's what I do. But yeah, that's who I'm currently seeing as the characters, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really loving it. I'm going to be sad when it's over. I'm kind of scared to read the end. I have been avoiding spoilers like the plague, so I'm hoping that the end is a nice shock. And I'm hoping that what I'm thinking is going to happen is not going to happen, because I'll be really, really sad if that happens. I'm going to read a couple more pages tonight, and then I think I'm going to finish this book tomorrow. I feel like tomorrow will be the day that we sit down and can discuss in spoilery detail all the happenings within this book. But I'm kind of like sad because I feel like I'm never going to be able to read this book for the first time again, which is making me sad. Like, I hate that when you get that with a book, 'cause you don't want it to end. So that's where we're at. Another thing that I've been doing, I don't know if anyone else does this when they're reading a book, but I've basically been finding Spotify playlists that remind me of the characters and remind me of the book and stuff, so that I can basically just keep in the vibe, you know. And there are so many good playlists on Spotify that have Magnolia Parks related songs, and on said playlist is a lot of Taylor Swift, so I've been enjoying it so much. But there's this specific one that's just called Magnolia Parks, and it has all these songs by like Gracie Abrams, Harry Styles, Taylor Swift, and then there's more indie ones like Arctic Monkeys. There's some Frank Ocean on there. It's really, really good. It's this one. It has this cover, and I've been listening to that in the car on the way home from work and stuff like that, just to keep me in the vibe of the book, and it feels really, really immersive to do that. But one song that I really do think goes with the whole Magnolia Parks theme is Question by Taylor Swift. That song, like, can I ask you a question? That song reminds me of them so much. And Call It What You Want, because obviously there's the bit where in around my neck, not cause he owns me, cause he really knows me. That bit, because obviously Magnolia wears a chain of BJ's ring. That goes for me, like, that's really, really cute. And also This Is Me Trying. Oh, such a heartbreaking song. Love it so much, and it just reminds me of Magnolia and BJ to a T. I love listening to music that reminds me of the book. Try it, honestly, it's really, really good. When I'm driving around and everything, or after I've just put the book down and I'm in the shower, I listen to that music and I'm just like... However, the Magnolia Parks playlists do tend to be a little bit sad, so maybe if you're wanting like an uplifting soundtrack, don't do that unless you're reading an uplifting book.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What would you like?
Hi, please can we get a venti iced latte with sugar-free vanilla, please?
Venti iced latte with sugar-free vanilla.
Starbucks has been purchased this morning. It was very much needed. I thought they were going to give me a dome lid for a second and ruin my morning. I really, really can't stand a dome lid. But they didn't. I always get an iced latte with sugar-free vanilla, and that's what I order every single time, sometimes with caramel drizzle. Time to start the workday. I'm so close to finishing the book, by the way. Wow, it was worse than I thought. In fact, it was exactly what I thought. I need to like compose myself after that. Okay, so now I have finished Magnolia Parks, and wow, that was a wild, wild ride. Looking back, it's actually quite crazy because in the first 100 or so pages, even 200, I really was rooting for BJ and Magnolia so hard. Like, I really wanted them to get back together. However, in the last 1/3 of the book, I'd say, I really just wanted them to leave each other alone, if I'm honest. It was kind of like a weird switch where I just could not stand BJ as a character at all. Like, he really aggravated me. His actions annoyed me. The way he would like yell at Magnolia annoyed me, and I really just did not like him. And I was like, Magnolia, you need to stay clear of this guy. Seriously, I just got frustrated with him in the end. And then obviously at the end, it was sealed for me. The deal was sealed. I really, really did enjoy the book. I thought it was really, really fun, amazing, such a good read. It is about a toxic relationship. You have to take it with a pinch of salt because obviously it's not real. Like, these characters don't exist. So even though you don't agree with what they're doing, you do have to remember they're not actually real. because it's easy to get wrapped up in it, if that makes sense. Really enjoyed the book. Can't wait to read the second one, although I still don't really see how Daisy is going to have her own book. I'm excited to see sort of like Christian's side, I guess, but we'll see. I had like a quick flick through and I saw some chapters in his name, so that looks good. I would probably actually give this book a, do you know what, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 5. It really did keep me entertained, it kept me enthralled. I read it really fast, could have read this in a day easily. Probably the quickest 400-page book read that I've ever done, and that says something. Absolutely loved it. I'm going to go on to spoiler talk now, so if you haven't read the book yet, maybe click away unless you want to hear the details. If you are going to leave us, thank you so much for watching. Let's chat deets. So obviously the first thing that I'm going to mention is that ending, which absolutely floored me. I knew it was coming, so I'm going to insert a clip now of me yesterday predicting the ending, and it's literally exactly what I predicted, so I'll insert that now. So this is past me from the vlog telling you guys what I think is going to happen. I think I'm going to enter this clip at the end in the spoilery section just in case it does happen, but if it doesn't happen then we can all laugh about it, and just this is what I think is going to happen in the end of the book. So I have this really strong feeling that Paley is the one that BJ cheated on Magnolia with. Right, because Paley is saying like, oh, do we know that he didn't sleep with her and all that stuff, and BJ got really annoyed at the club and they had like this argument and he got so defensive about it, and I'm like, is that because she knows that he's not lying about it because she's the one who slept with him? I feel like that could be what happens, and I really hope it's not what happens because Magnolia and Paley's friendship is so cute, but I just have this feeling. I fear the worst in this book. So I have this feeling that that could be what's going down. Yeah, so I could just see it coming basically. I could sort of see it coming from around like 100 to 200 pages when they were sort of snapping at each other at the club or something, and I was like, something's going on there. And then the more they were making a big deal of like, oh, you don't want to know who it is, and like you don't want to know who he cheated with, and I was like, something big is going to happen here, and I could just tell. Did not want it to be that, but obviously it was. So sad. I'm really annoyed because I liked Paley as a character. She was such a supportive best friend. What a mean girl. I mean, I'm sorry, like, annoying. There was one part earlier on where BJ tells Magnolia that he's cheated on her, and I think like she runs into the bathroom because she's crying, and BJ sits on the other side of the door and he's crying, and he starts having like this huge panic attack, and she feels really bad for him because obviously she loves him. She doesn't want to see him in that state, so she goes out and sort of comforts him about him cheating on her, and it's almost like, well, you've done this, do you know what I mean? Like, that was the first time with BJ where I was sort of like, you've done this, so why are you crying? Like, she shouldn't be comforting you in that moment. Like, you should never have done that. But it was quite true to like actual human feelings. If you love someone, you don't want to see them crying and having a panic attack. She like didn't know what to do in that situation, and I found that quite real. And then at the end, when you find out who he cheated with, when Paley was having a panic attack in the bathroom and Jonah knew about it, I'm sorry, are you telling me you knew about it this whole time? And then Perry knew as well? Oh my god, she needs to cut herself off from that friend group so bad. Like, oh, imagine, like, I think I knew in my heart of hearts that Paley was the person that he cheated with, but I did not guess that Jonah would have known. Like, that really annoyed me. Unforgivable, awful. And then Perry knowing, it's almost like they were all like in on it, and she was just this victim almost in the whole thing, which really upset me. Haley's having a panic attack. She decides to lie to Magnolia, which again, why can't you just be honest? Like, I understand she knew she was going to lose her best friend, but why do it in the first place then? I don't know. I could rant about this for a long time, but I just feel like the way they acted, like crying and panic attacks, it's the consequences of your own actions, people. Deal with them. One part of the book that I really did like was the little in-joke that they say to each other that's like, how's the weather, to know how they're feeling about each other. So if they're in an argument, he'll be like, how's the weather, Parks? And she'll be like, stormy. Oh, that was Nero. And she'll be like, stormy or fine. And I really like that. It was sort of like we were getting a glimpse into their personal intimacy, if that makes sense. And I really like that. I feel like every single couple has those things that they do, like in jokes, things they say to each other, and it felt like we were getting like a peek at that, and that really made it feel real to me, and I really enjoyed that about the book. The book kind of reminded me of Normal People in a way, which is actually one of my favourite books in the whole world by Sally Rooney, where it's sort of like a slice of life, and it's this couple who, no matter what, something is blocking them from getting together, and they share these like moments and glimpses of what could be but it never quite fully happens because unforeseen circumstances come up and they're not that true to each other about how they actually feel. I feel like it reminded me of that book. I think it was a lot more larger than life than that book, but was along the same vein in terms of their relationship. And then the last thing that I'm going to say about the book as a whole is Tom deserved better. Justice for Tom England. Justice for Tom England. He deserved so much better than what they gave to him. Magnolia really did. I feel like she used him to get back at BJ, but also to sort of fill a hole where she was perhaps lonely and like needed someone, and that sucked for him. Like the whole throuple situation really threw me. Did not like reading it. It's just like Magnolia girl, you need to choose one. You know, she's going with her head. She knows that Tom is best for her. He's a really lovely person, helps her, he's always there for her. And then with her heart, it's BJ, and obviously he's not the best for her at all. So kind of annoying. And he took the breakup so well as well, which, oh, Tom. Well done, Tom. Yeah, let me know what you thought of the book if you have read it. I really did enjoy it. I'm not just saying that. I probably would give it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I would recommend it. And I'm going to read the rest of the series. Do you guys think I should read the rest of the series in another video? Like, I could literally do every other book in another video and we could read them together. Like, that could be really fun. Or I could do all the other books in one video. So let me know what you think. But with that said, I am going to end the vlog.
Did what you thought would happen?
Yeah.
Did it come to pass?
It happened. The book is done. So Jay's here to end the vlog with me, even though you've not seen him for the whole vlog, but here he is. He has been here. I've been like ranting to him about the book. But anyway, thank you for coming along with me and reading Magnolia Parks. I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to do more of these if you guys enjoy. Do let me know. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already to see all my future content. Have an amazing day or evening depending on where you are, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!